Assalamualaikum dear students, hope you are well and hearty. Welcome to NIEBS Homeschool. This is Fatema Sabrin Shikha, Assistant Teacher of National Ideal English Version School Morning Shift. Today I am going to take home science class for the students of class 8 on the topic Chapter 2. I'm repeating, today our topic is Chapter 2 and today we will read from lesson 1 to 4. And students, look, this is lecture number 3 and your homework number will be also 3. Now students, please take your textbook. I'm going to read from lesson 1 to 4 chapter 2. So let's read. Students, please open page number 13 chapter 2, name home security. Lesson 1, responsibilities for home security and first aid duties to be done for home security. Home environment needs to be neat, clean and systematic for proper functioning of work, safe movement and rest with comfort. In such environment, home becomes safe abroad. But the environment is not always secure. There is the possibility of accident. In such cases, the following points need to be remembered. So you can see these points you have to keep in mind. Now go to page 14. Here we will learn about first aid box. In case of sudden accident or sickness at home, school or playground, can you take an immediate measure? In case of sudden accident or sickness, first aid can provide temporary relief. So if you are sick or if you have made sudden accident, it is first aid which can remove your sickness or pain. So we all should have some knowledge about first aid. First aid is the treatment which is given to an injured or sick person by exercising general knowledge and skill for giving the patient temporary relief before going to the doctor. So if you know the primary levels or primary knowledge of first aid, is primarily it can give treatment for a patient. Now here are the objectives: to save the life of an injured person by preventing the deteriorative factors such as to stop bleeding, to arrange artificial respiration if necessary, to feel the pulse, etc. Second one is to give the injured temporary comfort for improving his or her condition. So these are the objectives for first aid. First aid kits. Students, you can see this is a first aid kit and here's the box and all the elements of first aid. It is very important to have a first aid kit box in a home for nursing the sick. This box contains sterilized cloths, cotton, bandage, knife, scissors, Dettol, potassium permanganate, carbolic acid, spirit and painkiller. The box should be kept in a reachable place. The box containing first aid kits is called first aid box. So what is first aid box? The box which contains first aid kits, that means all the elements like knife, scissors, Dettol, potassium permanganate, carbolic acid, all these are called first aid box. I hope you have a first aid box at your home and you have replaced it in a suitable place so that your family members can easily get it in the time of their need. Now we will learn about lesson 2, different types of accidents. Accidents may be major or minor. At first we will know about minor accidents. Minor accidents are not very serious. It can be treated easily with first aid. The following go under the category of minor accidents. So there are two types of accidents. One is major and another is minor. Here we will learn about minor injury. Pressed muscle, injury of nail cutting, something falls into eye, hot steam in hand, etc. are known as small injury. So if you feel or if you have made such accidents, this is called minor injury. In such case, our duties are: in case of pressed muscle or finger, the injured place turns blue. Cold water or ice pack should be applied immediately. If you get hurt in your muscle or finger, you can press cold water or ice pack immediately to get rid of. Next one, if the position of the nail comes down and afflicts, antiseptic cream or sabrin should be rubbed on it softly. In case of eye itching, the eyes must be washed with cold water. In case of skin injury, application of ice, cold water, salted water, coconut oil, and toothpaste can be ideal. So you can follow these rules for minor injury, which is muscle or injury nail, and something else. Number 2 is cut injury. In case of any cut injury with chopper, knife, and blade, the following points need to be remembered. So what you have to keep in mind: the injury should be cleaned with water and pressed with a piece of cloth. It should be kept in a upright position to stop bleeding. Next, it should be bandaged after using Sabrin, Dettol, and Nebanol cream. Next and last one is in case of emergency, physicians need to be consulted. Now we will learn about insect bite. If we get a bite or stung from wasps, bees, ants, hornet, etc., we have to do distinctify a needle head by burning and sweeping it with saffron, and then we have to remove the sting with it. Next, in case of biting from bees and ants, onion or lemon juice can be applied. And at last, if necessary, we have to go to any physician or doctor. Go to page number 14. Here we will learn about thorn wound. In case of thorn injury in hands or legs, the important things to do is, if the part of thorn is visible, it should be removed through a pincher. Here you can see that in the hand there is a thorn that is wounded, and you can remove it immediately by using a pincher. If the sting is not found, we have to remove it by any needle after sterilizing it through burning. Then the place must be washed by liquid antiseptic. I'm sorry. Now number 5, sticking anything in throat. Sometimes a little piece of bone or fish bone gets stuck in the throat, which brings uneasiness. The possible remedies are: swallowing a handful of dry rice can help sometimes. Next, ripe banana is also a helpful remedy. In emergencies, a doctor needs to be consulted. Number 6, eye problems. By dust, eyes can be affected, no doubt. Sometimes eyelashes create problems through their entrance. To avoid further injury, we must not rub the eyes. Things to do in such case: so if you have any problem inside your eye, you can't rub it because it will be harmful for your eyes more and more. So what you have to do, you will press cold water splash can be an ideal treatment. Eyes should not be rubbed. Doctor's consultation is needed in emergency. Number 7, ear problems. We feel disturbed if any ant or insect enters inside our ears. In such case, we have to do stopping respiration for a while till the ant or insect comes out. We may consult any physician if necessary. Now students, we will learn lesson 3. And the title is Major Accidents. You know, in lesson 2, we come to know that there are 2 types of accidents: major accidents and minor accidents. And there we have talked about a lot of minor injuries, and here we will learn about major accidents like getting senseless, fire burn, snake bite. In major accidents, people get wounded with the risk of death. In such accidents, wounded person can get temporary relief from pain through the first aid. So everybody should have some knowledge about major accidents. The major accidents include senselessness, burning, snake bite, fracture, drowning, electric shock, etc. In case of major accident, we have to do number 1, senselessness. So if you find any people who has faced senselessness, so what you have to do? You have to follow these rules. People become senseless due to extreme heat, fear, hunger, bad news, and weakness from insufficient blood supply in the brain. In such cases, the immediate first aid should be: the patient should be kept in supine position with upright leg for increasing blood circulation in brain. Attention should be paid to respiration and pulse rate. Arrangement for free air circulation, avoiding human crowd. loosening of clothes, keeping folded handkerchief in between teeth to avoid teeth blocking. We have to sprinkle water in eye and face, massaging hand and feet. Hot milk or juice is to be served after regain. Doctor's advice is needed if necessary. So you can see how you will give a treatment for a senseless person. You have to lie him in a supine position, and then you have to give other treatment. Now we will learn about burning. Sometimes the dress we put on catches fire. Again, we get burned by stream water, oil, milk, etc. The steps to be followed as to undress at first if it catches fire. If we can't remove the dress from our body easily, we may lie down on the floor and roll on the floor to extinguish fire. Embracing with heavy quilt or gunny bag can help. Use of cold water or ice to stop blistering for at least 10 to 15 minutes. The blister should not be touched, taking more fluid, and doctor needs to be consulted. Now number 3 is about snake bite. Snakes are common in the bushy places of the rural areas of our country. It appears frequently during the rainy season. We should be cautious about snake bite while walking through roads. In case of venomous snake bite, the signs are like, you can see if any snake bite anyone, you will get this sign. But when the signs are like this, here you can see the dots are in 2. So when any snake will bite, you will get this sign, only 2 dots. And if you get the dots like, it means 4 dots, so it is venomous. It is venomous and it can be harmful for you. It can take your life. So if you get 2 dots, it is not venomous and you are safe, and if you get proper treatment. But 4 sign is venomous snake. So here we are saying, but when the signs are like 4, the bite is not dangerous. The following steps are urgently needed. 2 tight bandages over the affected area to avoid poisoning blood circulation. And number 2, burning sharp blade or knife is make it germ-free and be whipped by Dettol or Savlon. The affected area should be cut down deeply about 1 centimeter to remove blood. The bandage should not be kept more than 30 minutes as it will hamper blood circulation and may damage the muscles. The patient should be served hot milk or tea and kept awake. Doctor's consultation is urgently needed. If the snake is not poisonous, the affected place should be washed with antiseptic. Now lesson 4. Bone fracture, drowning and electric shock. Bone fracture. Any part of the body can be broken or fractured. It is very troublesome for the wounded person. Things to be done in these cases. The affected area needs to be placed on a piece of wood and be wrapped very lightly with a piece of cloth. The patient should be taken to doctor immediately. They will try to strengthen the bone. So that's for lesson 4, and today we have done chapter 2, lesson 1 to 4, and I hope you will complete the whole chapter reading done at home. Now students, it's time to provide your homework. From chapter 2, you have to do 10 MCQ. From chapter 2, you have to do 10 MCQ. Students, that's all for today. Please do your homework and don't forget to submit your homework copies on every Saturday. See you in our next class inshallah. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.